Sean Diddy Combs thought he had outmaneuvered the system. After all, he had dodged the most serious charges, no conviction for trafficking, no life sentence looming, just 2 federal charges tied to transporting people for illegal activity. His camp was confident. His lawyers hinted at time served. Maybe a few extra months, they said. Maybe probation. But that illusion shattered in an instant. Because now the same federal prosecutors who once floated a 4 to 5 year sentence are saying that's not even close to enough. In a stunning legal reversal, prosecutors are demanding a much longer sentence, potentially 10 years or more behind bars. And their reason? Diddy's unrepentant behavior and, more ominously, new evidence. They aren't saying what the new evidence is yet, but whatever it is, it was enough to send a clear message. They don't just want to lock him up. They want to make an example of him. This wasn't just a man caught up in some outdated statute. Prosecutors say Diddy's actions weren't gray area mistakes or misunderstood relationships. They were calculated, planned, repeated, and filmed, and now the feds are making it clear they're going all in. It's a dangerous new phase in this already explosive case. Just when it seemed the courtroom drama couldn't get any messier, Donald Trump inserted himself straight into the storm. According to whispers out of Washington and a few well-placed leaks from White House sources, Trump's position on Diddy isn't just opinion, it's strategy. Allegedly, Trump told insiders something that sounded more like a chess move than compassion. If Diddy doesn't get bail, I'll pardon him now. If he does get bail, I'll wait until after sentencing. Yes, he said that. And whether you love or hate the man, Trump knows how to make headlines. The message? He's watching, and he's willing to play savior if the timing works in his favor. It's political theater at its grimmiest. A former president publicly dangling a pardon in the middle of an ongoing federal case. No regard for optics, no concern for justice, just raw, unfiltered influence. But here's the kicker. Prosecutors didn't flinch, they didn't walk back their charges, and they didn't ease up on bail opposition. In fact, they doubled down. At first, the charges sounded tame, at least to the casual observer. 2 prostitution-related counts. No trafficking conviction, no life sentence. The media framed it gently, carefully. But prosecutors weren't having it. They came back swinging with a brutal correction. These aren't just work charges. These are federal crime convictions. And they made one thing painfully clear. This isn't about moral panic or public image. It's about control, coercion, and commerce. The law they used, the Mann Act, has a controversial past, no doubt, but the government says it was reinvigorated to go after modern-day traffickers. And in their eyes, that's exactly who Diddy became. Behind closed doors, they allege, he orchestrated travel, arranged encounters, and paid thousands for what they call recorded activities. These weren't random, they argue, they were filmed, planned, direct, and Diddy wasn't just a participant, he was the producer. In one submission, prosecutors detailed how he allegedly paid some workers as little as $500 and others as much as $6,000, depending on how satisfied he was with the outcome. Chilling stuff. Each count on its own carries up to 10 years. But now, they say Diddy's unapologetic response and a new trove of evidence justify stacking the maximum. When Diddy's legal team filed for bail, they pulled no punches. They painted a bleak, almost inhumane picture of his time behind bars. According to court docs, he described his jail conditions as worse than hell, filthy, violent, unbearable. It was supposed to be a sympathy play, a strategy to get him out on bond, but prosecutors, they saw a different opportunity. They grabbed those same words, his complaints, his suffering, and flipped them. See, they argued, this man will do anything to avoid more jail time, including vanish. And just like that, his motion for compassion became a case for flight risk. Think about it. If you were staring down 10 years in a place you already compared to torture, wouldn't you run? That's the question they put in front of Judge Aaron. And suddenly, Diddy's own words became his biggest liability. Even worse, the feds are now using his financial power against him. They argue that with his resources, his global connections, and the millions he still controls, Diddy has the means to disappear, to vanish into some luxury compound in a non-extradition country. He's not some street-level felon with nowhere to go. He's a billionaire with and that makes him dangerous, not just legally, but symbolically. Most criminal cases follow a formula: charges, guidelines, A predictable sentence, but not this one. Because in Diddy's case, there are no mandatory minimums and no hard maximums. Judge Arun has complete discretion, and that should terrify Diddy. Federal sentencing guidelines usually offer a range, giving the judge boundaries, but here, the judge could decide on a slap on the wrist or throw the book at him. And the kicker, it's nearly impossible to appeal. That's the part Diddy's lawyers don't want anyone talking about. If the judge hands down 10 years per count, he's well within his rights. There doesn't need to be some extraordinary circumstance. There's no required justification. The rules are loose, and the discretion is vast. And unlike other cases, where defendants can argue the sentence was too harsh, this time, Diddy can't say a thing. Because without those mandatory minimums or maximums in place, there's nothing to argue against. It's the legal equivalent of a trap. Now here's where things take a darker turn. Sources close to the case believe that Trump's public statements offering a pardon might actually backfire. The judge is likely watching, and if there's even a whiff of political pressure, he could dig in harder just to show the court's independence. The prosecution already made it clear they won't bend for celebrity, fear, or favor. And this judge, all signs point to a man who's not afraid to go off script. Diddy's legal team may be banking on presidential power to swoop in. As if the legal chaos wasn't enough, a new report just detonated like a bomb across social media, and it came from none other than Rolling Stone. According to their sources, Diddy's inner circle is allegedly working behind the scenes to secure a presidential pardon with money, a lot of it. Now let's be clear, nothing's confirmed, and no names are officially on paper, but the speculation is loud, and it's growing fast. Multiple outlets are now buzzing with claims that Diddy's legal team is actively exploring political favors, campaign donations, and influence routes to get him off the hook. To many, it looks like a last-ditch move, a way to bypass a harsh sentence by appealing to the one man who doesn't care about optics, Trump. But even if the plan works, there's a price. Critics and legal experts are already warning that any pardon tied to money, even the perception of it, could spark a massive corruption scandal, the kind that doesn't just haunt Diddy but boomerangs back onto Trump himself. Imagine this, a convicted mogul, accused of orchestrating crimes, gets his sentence wiped clean, while thousands of non-violent offenders rot behind bars, all because of a backroom deal. Even some of Trump's staunchest allies are reportedly nervous, because if a pardon drops at the wrong time, especially during an election cycle, it could unleash a wave of bipartisan fury. For decades, Diddy was untouchable. The mogul who could throw a party in Miami one night, close a billion-dollar deal the next, and walk into any room like he owned it. But now, that empire is shaking at the foundation. The court case is just one part of it. Behind the scenes, brands are cutting ties, investors are backing off, and once loyal allies are vanishing into silence. Even longtime friends in the music industry are distancing themselves, afraid to be caught in the fallout. Diddy's name, used to mean power, influence, control. Now it's a headline tied to crime convictions, flight risk debates, and hush-hush pardon whispers. And the damage isn't just legal, it's cultural. Everything he built is being re-examined, from the artists he mentored to the businesses he founded. People are asking tough questions about what they missed, about what he hid, and perhaps most brutally, even if Trump does come through with a pardon, a clean record won't clean his reputation. In the court of public opinion, Diddy's no longer dancing, he's defending. And for a man who once controlled the beat of the industry, that silence.
Yo, tell you about what happened last night, right? Snoop come backstage in the Barclays, right? So he come, he smoking the weed and shit. Yo, this nigga's smoking bro. Like, that shit was not even regular weed, I promise you. Crazy. I'm high as a mother, and I ain't even smoking. So I'm like, he said, yo, you want me to do anything? I pop out. I'm like, all right, cool. We do something. You know what I'm saying? Then a promoter came in. He saw the money. When the money came, that ass went up like. I should have known right there not that I have to go on stage. But then I love coming on stage. After we come on stage, he talking about, yo, you gotta give me something. You gotta give me some money. Huh? What you talking about? Why you didn't get that from the promoter? You gotta charge these man. This is not me, man. This is them, man. They.
But in order for him to not, he either gonna have to accept the challenge or Those are the only two options.
I'm gonna do my job as a communicator.
Yeah.
I'm gonna communicate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna communicate.
Yeah.
In a Kevin Hart-esque way.
Yeah.
What was said.
Yeah.
And what we feel should happen. That's it.
Let him know the king on his trail, but I don't want nothing but action. I don't want nothing but action and opportunity.
Say no more. Say no more. I would do my job.
And I would love to get on live with you and go and do this in front of millions.
Say no more. I will do my job.
Okay, well you just let me know, guys. Cause I'm looking for a jet. He got a party tonight. I'm looking for a jet. I'm going up there and I'm gonna commandeer his celebration.
Jesus Christ. That man said commandeer. When you start using words like that, that's when you're serious.
I'm a commandeer his celebration. Let him know. Happy birthday and all that old. But what the is you gonna do, sir?
Yeah, you want the smoke. You want all the smoke.
I got to.
Say no more.
These under their breath about us all these years.
What is it good news? I ain't said nothing.
No, but you from Philly. You from Philly. Y'all have y'all own battles with New York. You from Philly. That ain't now.
We got our own.
That ain't for us. That ain't for us. That ain't for us. You know? No. That ain't for us. Yeah, that ain't for us. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all got to make it to the mailbox and back alive. You know what I'm saying? That ain't for us. You know what I mean? But Atlanta versus New York. I'm the king down here. I'm speaking for the people down here. Don't go around me. Don't talk to nobody but me. Don't nobody go no smoke but me. You speaking for New York? Bring it on. Let's see who really got the action going. Let's see who really is the down here.
Give me an hour. I'm about to get on the horn.
Okay.
Take a shot.
Yes.
Take a shot.
I need to take me one too, guys.
Yeah, take a shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey,
Huh?
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 I love you.
Yeah, well, I love you too, man. But it ain't about all that right now.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Okay, stay hot. Stay hot.
Hey, not right now. Cause I need action. Action. I'm doing this for my
If you got a beef or something, man, because I seen a post today where they were saying that you were supposed to be in I guess one of the Power what's the name? I guess two of the actors on the show said that you were actually supposed to be on the show and then they replaced you with Method Man and they weren't expecting it or something.
No, that's not true. 50 and I we were executive producers on a different show outside of the Power universe. But nah, man, me and 50 cool. I'm the only one who's not offended by his brass approach, and he's not offended by mine. So, you know, we play rough, but we ain't no issue.
Hey, what's happening, homie? This TIP, man, you know what I'm saying? You watching Hard Knock TV, you understand? My homegirl Ace Bombay giving it to you West Coast style. Cali loving it, you did that, and you heard it from the king, K-I-N-G, period. Except no substitutions, you did?
Now, we usually expect you, if anyone's coming at you, that you're gonna come back. But I see that you, and what I've been reading is that you've changed your mentality. But how do you, how are you dealing with when, the 50 cents are coming at you?
Well, I mean, honestly, man, to be perfectly honest with you, man, I gotta deal with each situation as how I hear it come out of the person's mouth. You can misinterpret songs, lyrics, you know what I'm saying? When you're being interviewed and someone asks you, how do you feel about this? I gotta take that. I gotta take your verbal rather than listen to your lyrics and jump to a conclusion. And when I heard him speaking on it, he said he wasn't talking about me, you know what I'm saying? And me and 50 always had a decent rapport, you know. It wasn't never nothing negative. So, and like he said this in conversation. At the same time, he said, man, he's never had a problem with saying people's names when he's speaking on them. And that's not like 50. If he going at somebody, he usually say their name and make it known. It's usually not ever whether or not. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that it's just unnecessary to jump to a conclusion and, you know, create an issue where there is none.
Now with Shorty Low, I see you've kind of let that just go to the side. Is this something that you just are kind of like, I'm over dealing with beef?
I mean, it's lame, for real, dog. like, this is not what we started rapping for. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, man, everybody has a position to play in life. My position is to win. Be the best at what I do and look good doing it. You know what I'm saying? Other people's in position where their position is to hate. You know what I'm saying? They hate because they can't do what I do. They hate because they can't look as good doing what I do as I do. They hate because they ain't got as much money as me. They ain't as successful as me. So because of that hate from within, they spew negativity without, you know, on the outside. Like, and I acknowledge that, I accept that, and that after that, man, you know, ain't nothing to do but address it, dismiss it, and destroy it. Period. That's all you gotta do, man. Success, man, kills all that, dog. Success kills all that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you can say what you want to say, homeboy, but I'm still where I'm at, you still where you at, partner, and ain't nothing gonna change about that, homeboy, and I know you hate that. But I'm laughing like ha.
What do you think? What exactly is happening between these two? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. Until then, fam, keep it real.